Okay, I have updates, and they're not good ones. What is up, people of the extranet? Tyler here with Random Automotive, here with the Jeep, and today we're going to start tackling some of the issues with it. One of the main issues we're having is the choke. It's an electric choke on this Weber carb, and the problem I was having is there was a choke wire here that ran off of it looked like it come off the radio through the firewall here, and when the wire was unhooked, it was 12 volts when the key was on. Key off, it was off. Now, when you plug it in, it would drop down to 0.66 volts, which tells me that's probably kind of a line resistance issue or something like that. But basically, this choke would not open more than that at full warmth, full running. And that's not what we want. And we don't have a manual choke on this, so that's our only option. I want to see our options here, but I do see a positive here. I believe this is a positive. We're going to double check. I want to see if it's key on. If it's key on, we're going to tap into this, make a little temporary two-foot jumper wire here, it might be permanent, and see if that will carry what we need or if it drops down to 0.66. So let's check this out. Alright, so with our handy meter out, I've got the negative just kind of jammed in the battery terminal there. Touching it on the positive, we got 11.59 volts. This battery's almost dead. The metal terminal is right there in the middle of this, as you can see, and I'm going to kind of jam this in there like so, if it'll hold. Yep. And it's 11 volts, so that tells me that's not a key on positive, so that won't work. Excuse the mess under here, but here we have a auxiliary fuse box. Have no idea if this is key on, accessory on or not, so let's try that, and if that works, that'll probably be where we go into. Alright, I'm going to try to set you guys up to where you can see this and I can check it all at the same time. I have no idea if you can see what's going on. But I'm going to take this negative and find a body ground. This door post looks good. And probe this top here. It's got like 2.6 volts. I don't know about that. Let's check some of these leads here. 2.6. Interesting. That might be just some residual reading. Let's turn the key on now. 2.6. What is happening? Okay, a little further digging. Okay, so I found the culprit. This positive terminal, where this unholy mess of wires comes out, these have become loose. That's become pretty much out of it. And so when I put something on that to tighten it down, my radio came on. My radio hadn't worked in a long time. And then that fuse block had 12 volts. So let's see if we can figure out this situation. Okay, so I tightened down that bolt. I'm going to need to replace these terminals eventually, but just for now. And if that worked, I should have 12 V's on that, and the radio should come on when I turn the key on. And the radio did. So now that fuse panel is working properly. Now we got to make up a cable. These have little blades on it. We'll just have to use a one of these style connectors, and I'm going to run a red wire because it's hot. Guys, I don't understand why some people use black wires as hots. That just gets confusing. So I've already cut the old choke wire. I'm going to fish it through eventually, so we don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to fish the new, create the new wire and fish it through. Hello. All right, so got the wire put together here. Sorry, the camera work is not great. Got the end crimped on it, pulled on it, it's good. Got some heat shrink on there. I'm going to just heat it up with a heating gun really quick. Can't really show that because I don't have enough hands. Got the wire made up, heat shrinks on, and I got the meter here in where it beeps at me when there's a dead short. Don't know what you call that. And you can see with the terminal on both ends, it's good to go. So, what we're going to do now is, not a very long wire, hopefully that's long enough. Fish that through the firewall before hooking it up, else you'll worry about shorting it. Alright, so we are now all hooked into the electric choke there. I just kind of have it running across here. I'll secure it with zip ties to that wire loom. Runs over the brake booster into the firewall. Now, hopefully we have enough room, enough wire to hook in. We do. It might be a little long, but we'll find a way to secure that. And then I'm going to go into one of these bottom ports here. Okay, I have updates, and they're not good ones. This fuse box, sorry if you hear a little anger there, I thought it was key on, power on. It's not. Not at all. It's always on. I found the key on hot here that was just dangling. I have tied into that and tied the two together. Key is on, radio is on. And I have 12 V's at the carburetor. I have 12 V's at the choke. You can see I've got a negative hooked in there and a positive on the choke. And I can't see, but I want to hope that says 11 or 12 volts. So she is getting power now. I'm not crazy about how that wire is kind of pulled a little bit now, but maybe we can fix that. And now with the key off, terminals on the choke, 0 V's. You can see that choke started to open up ever so slightly. Let's start her up. In case you can't tell, she's running now. See that choke is opening up like it's supposed to. Sounds like she's running pretty good actually, minus the valves clashing together. Opening up like it should. Don't worry, I was cleaning the air filter, so it's off. Blew out all kinds of black crap out of the tailpipe, but let's see how she does in a few minutes. She's all warmed up now. Put the air filter back on, and it sounds okay. It's revving up nicely, except for when you hammer down on it. So as you can see, that idle's a little high, but I don't know if I can get it to replicate the problem or not, but if you go from just straight idle to kind of punching it, it hesitates. Of course, it's not going to do it now. There was one. Like that. And if you hold it, it tries to backfire before it catches up. So we either have a timing issue or a vacuum leak, or maybe still running a little rich, but we got the choke working in this episode. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. We appreciate it. We will start this weekend on replacing these decrepit fuel lines, this fuel filter up here, and probably some of these heater hoses too. So you want to stay tuned for that. Till next time, we'll catch you in the next one.